Hi guys.
Garage sale weekend.
Yeah, it's the big weekend. Well, we started a day early for our garage sale. The community that we live in, Highlands Ranch, is having a huge
Community-wide.
community-wide garage sale. So there's going to be lots of different garage sales all around the city here. So we started a day early. Tomorrow's going to be the big day. Lisa's got that one tomorrow, though.
Hopefully. It's the big day. It's been a little quiet today. It's a little reminiscent of sitting in a tent in a parking lot selling fireworks on like a random Monday or Tuesday when you get one customer every 2-3 hours. So we did that for about 13, 14 years. So we're used to it. We're just hanging out and we get a rush, and so we haven't done too bad. We're just a little over 200. So tomorrow should be the big day.
Tomorrow will be the big day. We got rid of one of my big monster generators. So that'll help. We'll use that to pay for the new generator for the RV. So
Yay.
at least part of it anyways. And then what we make today, we'll put a pretty good dent in the cost of that one.
My goal was generator and extra solar panel. So about 1,500, I think. Well, probably more than that, depending on the generator. So, but that was my goal, was to sell enough to cover those two. So we'll see. We'll see where we end up. We're almost to the generator today.
Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close.
But show them the creepy dolls that nobody seems to want.
Nobody wants the dolls. Anybody want any dolls?
So these were my kids. Their grandmother would buy them a porcelain doll every birthday and every Christmas. And there's a lot of porcelain dolls here that my kids did not want. So I think they're probably going to get donated.
Yeah, we're not getting too many takers on them, I'm afraid.
Nope.
And our kids didn't want them.
Nope.
Or grandkids.
Well, the grandkids would have loved them, but their mothers said no. So, if you're in the market for 5 or 10 porcelain dolls, hit us up.
We'll give you a killer deal. Well, hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll shoot some more video tomorrow when there's more people here, and I shot some earlier today when we were opening up, and it looks a little barer than it used to, right? Well,
it's getting cleared out pretty good. It's we've sold some household items, some tools, camping stuff, the baby stuff. I'm so shocked. The baby stuff is not going. I figured that would be go. I told Scott, baby stuff out first, because that's going to be gone within 2 hours. Not one thing. Well, no, we sold that big stroller, that jogging stroller.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, we did.
But that's it. No, I was really shocked. So
me too. We'll put some more stuff out tomorrow. We got some more furniture to put out tomorrow, and some. We'll probably put Christmas stuff out tomorrow. Fill up some of these tables tonight. As soon as we're done here, we're going out and going to Lisa's sister-in-law's birthday. So
30th.
30th.
Wink, wink.
Ish.
Give or take.
Happy birthday,
Karen.
Well, we'll talk to you guys soon. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.
All right, this is post garage sale. So today I'm going to go through, there's a lot left, and it's not surprising, but I'm going to go through, box up anything that we're taking to get donated. Some of this, we're going to have a second garage sale in, probably about a month. About the time we go to pick up the rig. And that way, whatever's left either gets donated, given away, storage, or straight into the rig. So today I'm going to box up a bunch of this to our first trip for donation. So I'll show you what we have afterwards.
Warning, warning, warning.
All right, next phase for the sewing projects. So as I mentioned in the last video, the next project on the list is to complete this quilt for my daughter. So I have purchased the supplies. So again, this is just the quilt top. It is not a full quilt. It's basically be covering up with a sheet. So what I've purchased is, this is the batting. And I'll open this up and show you a little bit better, but this is the batting that goes in the middle. This is the brand I always get. It's Warm and Natural. It's a cotton batting. It's very thin, but it's super warm and super comfortable. Makes a really nice quilt. So I have that. And then for the outside, I got this really pretty blue, kind of turquoisey teal. It's flannel, so it'll be nice and soft and comfy, and the back will be just as pretty as the front. So I'll open both of these up and then come back and show you what we've got. All right, so I opened both packages. This is the batting. I'm gonna see if I can get kind of close there. You can see the kind of the texture of it, I hope. And there's little speckles in here. It's super thin. See how thin this is? But it's so warm. It is the warmest stuff. So I love quilting with this because it really makes you, most situations you want your quilts fairly flat. And this makes a nice flat quilt, makes the quilting process, the stitching much easier. It looks nicer at the end, and it's so warm. When you pick that quilt up, you're like, oh, this is kind of light and thin. I don't think this is going to be warm enough, and it really, really is. So I will spread that out in a minute and get the quilt top on there. But I also opened this big piece of flannel, super soft flannel, very nice and soft. So I'm excited about that because pairing that with this batting, this Warm and Natural batting, is going to make a really nice warm quilt. So I'm going to lay these out and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have it all laid out here. I've basically made a sandwich, right? So quilt is on the top. Underneath the quilt is the Warm and Natural batting. And then on the bottom is the backing, that flannel backing. So, and I'll pick up the camera here and kind of show you what the plan is. So, yes, I have lots of overhang on all the ends. You know, some people would say, why don't you try to get it closer to the ends so that you've got, you know, enough left over? That's ideal if you can do that. I like to make sure I've got plenty of overhang. So when I am going to quilt a piece, I get brand new batting and backing every time. I don't try to reuse anything unless it's like something small and I know I have enough. But for quilts, I buy new every time. This is going to shift a lot as I'm quilting. So, you know, you start in the middle and you work your way out to the ends and the corners, pulling all of this tight. Not just the top layer, but that middle layer and the batting and the bottom layer as well, and pull them tight so you're working all of this fullness out to the ends. And the rule of thumb is a good 4 inches all the way around, and I will cut it down to about that. But I like to make sure I've got lots of room because my next step is I'm going to use safety pins and I'm going to start pinning corners, pulling it tight, pulling all 3 layers tight, and we'll start right in the middle. And I just saw a mistake in the quilt. Okay, that's going to drive me crazy the whole time I'm doing this, but I'm just going to have to get over it because I'm not going to take it apart. So, I mean, I'm probably the only one that will ever notice this mistake, but I notice every mistake. So I have this first block penned. And yes, everything around it is all bunched up and wrinkly. I don't care about that because I'm only going to start by quilting this section. So, and I've got one I have to fix here. As I go, so I started in the middle and I'm reaching under. I'm pulling the back tight, I'm pulling the batting tight, and then I'm smoothing the top over it and then pin it, and working that way out towards the edges all the way around. And then feeling each one. Now I do see right here, I have to repin this one because I can see that I've got, and I can feel it, that I've got a wrinkle in here. Not sure how that happened because I'm usually pretty good about checking that. But not only do I have to unpin this one, I have to unpin this one as well because I have to work this wrinkle out this way and down. So I'll unpin both of those, and then I'll come back after this is all stitched. That probably won't be until next weekend, and show you what this block looks like, all completely stitched. Maybe I'll actually get 2 or 3 done today, and I can show those to you. But that's my process. So again, thanks for sharing your interest in my sewing. Stay tuned. I'm not a fancy quilter. I'm not a quilter that does, I don't have the patience for it, fancy stitches, mitered corners, things like that. To me, I like the quilt to speak for itself, and while I wish I could do all those fancy stitches, I don't have the equipment. First of all, I don't have a quilting machine. They're expensive and they're huge and certainly wouldn't fit in the rig.